Welcome to C News Now.
Did Liu Yuning really steal the spotlight in A Dream of Scrolls? Or was Li Yitong's performance the real problem? It all began with high expectations. A Dream of Scrolls seemed destined to be a sweeping romance told through the eyes of its heroine. A woman whose journey would unfold like a delicate painting, stroke by stroke. At least, that's what many of us thought. But somewhere along the way something changed. The camera lingered longer on the male lead. His story deepened, his emotions hit harder, and the supposedly central female lead began to fade into the background. Not as a partner in the narrative, but as a decorative prop, a device to move the plot along. And soon, a question started spreading across online forums. Was Liu Yuning stealing Li Yitong's spotlight? Or was it never hers to begin with? The accusation, the debate exploded. Critics claimed Liu Yuning had been given too many highlight moments, overshadowing Li Yitong. His fans, however, dismissed the idea as absurd. It's like blaming someone for studying too hard, just because you didn't do well on the exam. And so the question deepened. Was this about one actor hogging the light, or about another failing to shine? The heart of the problem. From the emotional standpoint, the drama's romantic core felt off. Li Yitong's portrayal of the female lead never quite captured the messy, layered feelings of love and hate. When her character was supposed to be in love, her eyes were dull. When she said she cared, her gaze betrayed nothing. Even during breakups, moments ripe for heartbreak, she stood cold, righteous, almost heroic in her detachment. 3 breakups, 3 chances to show heartbreak, longing, or even regret. And 3 times the emotions never arrived. One viewer put it bluntly, the female lead looks like she hates the male lead more than the third male character does. Without visible affection, without emotional struggle, the audience found themselves unable to connect with her. Meanwhile, Liu Yuning. Every time the male lead faced heartbreak, Liu Yuning delivered. In those breakup scenes, his eyes brimmed with pain. A mix of reluctance, desperation, and that fragile hope that maybe, just maybe, she might come back. He wasn't just acting. He was living in that moment. Viewers described him as a heartbroken puppy they couldn't help but root for. And in contrast, the female lead's coldness felt almost cruel. It wasn't until a pivotal moment, when she believed he had died after jumping from a cliff, that the audience finally saw raw fear and desperation in her eyes. By then, for many viewers, it was too little, too late. Why did it happen? Li Yitong has been in the industry for years, but some believe the constant back-to-back filming has drained the natural charm she once had. Her performances now feel mechanical, almost mass-produced. She can pull off light comedy well enough, though even then there's occasional awkwardness. But when a scene calls for deep emotional investment, her delivery falls flat. And the problem wasn't just acting. The female lead's character writing was riddled with issues. Her sudden love for Li Shirlu felt unearned. Her abrupt hatred for Nan Heng seemed baseless. Her role was often reduced to serving the plot or highlighting other characters. It was as if the writers had decided her purpose was to stand in the shadows, to be a background element rather than a driving force. Is stealing the spotlight even possible for a lead actor? Let's be clear, Liu Yuning is the male lead. If he has emotional high points, that's not unusual. Spotlight stealing happens when a supporting character outshines the leads, not when the main protagonist delivers strong performances. But the perception persisted, and perhaps that's because the writers gave Liu's character an abundance of tragic beauty moments, the kind that tug at the heartstrings, while the female lead's moments were either underdeveloped or emotionally hollow. It's no wonder the audience gravitated toward him. The writer's game. When you strip it down, the real culprit might not be Liu Yuning or Li Yitong at all. The script itself tilted the emotional scales. The male lead was written with depth, vulnerability, and consistent motivations. The female lead, by contrast, was inconsistent. A mix of cold detachment, questionable decisions, and emotional gaps that left viewers frustrated. And perhaps that was the plan all along. An unlikable heroine can heighten the tragedy of a male lead. A cold heart can make his heartbreak more poignant. If so, it worked, though at the cost of audience sympathy for half the romance. The takeaway: the controversy over A Dream of Scrolls isn't really about one actor stealing from another. It's about how performance, writing, and character design can shape or shatter audience connection. Liu Yuning's Nan Heng was given the room to breathe, to suffer, to love, to break, and he seized every moment. Li Yitong's heroine, meanwhile, was trapped in a role that never let her truly live on screen. And when the script did offer chances, her performance didn't rise to the occasion. In the end, the question isn't who stole the spotlight. It's why was one character given all the light while the other was left in the dark? If you've watched the drama, you already know. Some stories are written to be remembered, and some characters are written to be forgotten. So what do you think? Was Liu Yuning's brilliance inevitable? Or was it Li Yitong's downfall that made him shine even brighter?